Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Dark Shadows Reviews on Gemmy Master Animatronics, and today what I have the review for you is the life-size 2009 Gemmy Executioner Sold at Spirit Halloween. This was a Spirit exclusive, and it was one that I really liked back in the day. Even though it's so simple, and it has almost no movement, it's just a head turn, and the outfit is probably as cheap as it can be, especially for the time period, because around 2009 and prior, even 2011 and prior, we were getting really good quality props. And this was probably the cheapest quality Gemmy item that came out, in my opinion. But the look of him is very intimidating with his stance. The axe is awesome. I wish the blade was a little bit of a different color, but that's really my only gripe with it. And it stands pretty tall. He's pretty much on par with Rob Zombie, and Rob Zombie's about 6'2", so he stands pretty tall, and he just has a very intimidating demeanor to him. His phrases are great. The glowing red eyes are awesome, and I think he retailed for $199.99. I really liked him in the store. Obviously, in 2009, I was 7 years old. Like, wasn't able to afford it myself. My parents said he was dumb. They didn't like him, and then, all the way in 2017, I would say, I purchased this guy. And I purchased him from someone that was decently well known in the community. And he was the same person that I purchased my 2004 Dancing Grinch from, the life size, as well as my present swinging Grinch. Those two showed up fine. I had no issues. Then I bought this one. I mean, he was talking to me every day. We were good. And then he just never sent it out. I don't know what happened. He never was active in the community again. I'm not sure if he passed away, if he got arrested, whatever the case might be. But I waited like 2-3 weeks. Nothing came out of it. Contacted PayPal. Luckily got my money back. I think I paid like either $200 or $250 for it back then. And his had the box. All the way up till 2025, I was not able to find one for a good price that was in good condition. And then this one popped up. It was $180 on Facebook Marketplace. Didn't have the box. That's the only downfall. He worked. He was in good shape. Nothing broken. He just didn't have the box. So I offered them $150. They took it. It was about an hour drive. Picked it up. I couldn't be happier. I think the only thing that it needed was the belt. The stitches broke on it, so I just restitched that. And then I replaced the gear in the neck just to replace it. But his axe is in one piece. It's not broken. Most of them are broken nowadays. And his base isn't warped. So he was all good. Actually, there was one thing that was wrong with him. He leaned really bad forwards. And at first I thought it was maybe the weight from the axe, but the axe weighs literally like nothing. So when I took the axe off and I realized that it weighed nothing, I realized that the hip ring was just worn out. And the reason why it was worn out was those poles have a fat end and a skinnier end for the connections that go into the chest, the shoulder bracket, and then as well as the hip ring. I believe they put it in with the fatter end at the bottom, which is supposed to be the skinnier end, and it actually shaved the plastic away. So the clearance in there was very large, so it was able to wiggle around. So I had a spare hip ring, swapped that, and now it's perfect. Like I said, it didn't need a gear replacement. I just did it anyways, just to have it all up to date, and gave him a good cleaning, and he looks great. I couldn't be happier with him. There's really not much detail with him. He's just a pretty cheap fabric, and there's no stainage, blood stains, or anything on him, which I kind of wish that there was, because he's really lacking in terms of detail, because there's no face with him. I'll probably show you guys later on in the video, but if you've ever seen a ghost face head, just that plain black blow mold plastic, that's all his head is. But it's not even a full head like Ghostface. It doesn't have a neck or anything. It's literally just like a round circle with a neck plate on it, and then two typical Gemmy eyes that have no coloring to them whatsoever. They just have like a plain pupil, and there's red lights in there. It shines through the mask pretty well, and the only movement he has is head turn. He doesn't have a body turn. He doesn't have arm movement. He doesn't have anything. Now, I mean, granted, with it being a pole-based, he's not really, they're kind of limited with the movements that they could do. I know Deadhead, he has, the arm movement there. They could have done something with that, but unfortunately, he's just head turn. But give me 1 second. I'll go plug him in for you guys.
Some of you will find me on the cutting edge. Let's cut to the chase. It's just a little slice of life. You know what they say, the first cut is the deepest. You're next. Some of you will find me on the cutting edge. Let's cut to the chase. It's just a little slice of life. You know what they say, the first cut is the deepest. You're next.
Okay, guys, so I just went through the phrases a couple times. He doesn't have many. The voice acting on it is great. I love the voice. The phrases, I think, are pretty good for it as well. And if you had a guillotine to go alongside of him, like just one that you homemade or something like that for Halloween, it would look awesome. Throw a latex prop in there. Or even if you have, I think it was Mario Kyoto that made one. The guy in the... in that stable thing, I don't know what those are called, but you see the head and the hands poking through it, just something like that to go with him would really, really just make a great scene. I really think he's a good, more or less, background piece. Not putting him in the front because he looks super fake. That's the only like real downfall to him because of how cheap he is. He just looks fake. But if you put him more or less kind of in the back with a spotlight on him and you just have a cool scene like that, I think that, it would be a really big hit, and that's realistically why I wanted him. I've always wanted him for that reason. I'm going to try to make a guillotine for this upcoming Halloween, or find that Mario Kyoto prop for cheap, because they tend to sell for like $400 or $500 last I looked. But, yeah, it's pretty much it for this guy. Before I end the video, I'll go up close here, and I will show you what I was talking about. So if you're wondering where the sensor is, they did a good job of hiding it. It's right here. And then this just Velcros on. It's a regular style Gemmy head connection. But the sensor is hardwired to it. And there's your standard Gemmy eye. And then the black blow molded plastic for the head, which is pretty much the same as Ghostface. That's what Ghostface uses. But yeah, so that's how his head connects and what it looks like. And then his arms just have, typical pole in there with the the foam. The hands are pretty cool. So if you want to do the Velcro, I'll do it real quick. It's just plastic, hard black plastic. This stuff isn't brittle, luckily. This is a different type of plastic. But this unscrews off, so you twist it off. And then this comes out, and then this whole pole slides out. And then you just re-Velcro this. I don't know if I'll be able to do it perfect one hand, but yeah, you just re-Velcro that. But yeah, so that's pretty much him. There's nothing else to him. Like I said, real basic prop. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you all next time.